Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a video with Astrals, just clicking around. I got 2 million gold here. I'm gonna be clicking on the Astrals and also maybe giving some advice and comments for Astrals. Let's start with the advice first. I've seen a whole bunch of information sharing between people, and they got it all messed up in the sense that fortunately or unfortunately, the Astrals are pretty straightforward on the lower levels, especially. You don't really have much choice. If you want to be really efficient, then you don't really have much choice as to which Astrals to use. Like, for example, Archer has to have attack plus criticals and determination, which is this one here. Determination, it increases the critical damage. So you would, if you're an archer, for example, you'd start with a attack. This one, force, adding to your physical attack. Your second astral would be like sniper's edge, increase your criticals, and a third astral would be increase the damage of your criticals. You know, that's like bread and butter for archer. For knights, you start with attack. I mean, you don't start with something crazy. You don't start with things with percentages. You know, when you are lower level, percentages don't do nothing when you are talking about very small figures. And that's also to answer the people who are talking about Goddess Blessing. Yeah, which one is better, Goddess Blessing or Aegis? Think about it. Aegis is subtracting a fixed value. Goddess is subtracting a percentage. So logically, fixed value works way better on low levels when people are doing 100, 200, 300, 500 damage. And then Aegis is fantastic. Then you evolve, you get higher level, and people start doing 10,000 damage. And then subtracting 100 doesn't really do anything, does it? Then you want to subtract the percentage, so use your head. In terms of continuation, also check always here on the right hand side, rankings. Straight away, player strength, and straight away you scan over the top ones. What are they using? Never look, and let's say if I open 80 for example, never look at the Astrals, which are the weird ones, because they add them later. Like if we look at 80 now, for example, the first Astral for the mage, mysticality, I won't say holy, just anything that adds magic attack. First Astral, doesn't matter anything else. Second Astral, it's not Will Destroyer, because Will Destroyer is a percentage. Second Astral will be something like defense, which would be physical defense or magic defense. Not the health. You see 80 is using health. That's something you have the luxury to add later. Block is something you can add as a luxury later. You do not need that in the beginning. Goddess Blessing, same thing, it's a luxury for later. Mage would go with magic attack, increasing its defenses, then adding the Will Destroyer to increase its offensive power. You know, these kind of things are pretty straightforward. So now let's go back to my 2 million. In Astrals, I got a whole bunch. I'm definitely not lucky with reds. Both of these reds I bought myself with the star points. And I've spent so many millions on Astrals. I'm not getting anything. In Shieldman here, purple, 6 months, I'm not getting even a yellow one, let alone a red one. And yeah, I'm preparing a whole bunch of Astrals because now we got different purposes. Don't forget, you don't have to have one set of Astrals. You have different purposes, which means that you need a different, like for example, you see now I'm wearing, this is my critical build. This is like Holy Force is my attack, of course, it's always on. But I got the Sniper's Edge and the Determination. This is my attack the world boss. This is my regular build. I'm usually on this all the time unless I'm going to one of the two things. And the two things are Battlegrounds or Class Wars. They follow different rules. That's why I've leveled up. Here you see in my bag sitting enhanced Will Destroyer level 6 now. Ruthlessness is trash. I leveled it up to level 3 to test it out, but I'm keeping it in my bag because I hope one day they will fix it. Illusion, also that's part of my PvP build. Charm is very underestimated. Also Also as a luxury astral, which is not a primary one, but if you have space. Deflection, same, luxury astral. Same goes for regeneration, all kind of weird ones. Guardian Angel, same, luxury astral. For battleground, this could be very good, because people then don't hit you with criticals, and I'm talking about archers there. But then again, who is the most dangerous enemy for the night? It's the mages, and mages usually use will destroyers, so Guardian Angel doesn't work. But Guardian Angel has another hidden benefit. You can use Guardian Angel when you're going against bosses. They will crit you less. So, and I am just pumping up. I actually am building up the astral experience, and I haven't entirely decided as to what's the best routing for it. Do I get the attack first? It's really expensive. So here I am just, wow, it is lagging so much with the recording. So what I do is actually I'm clicking stuff without actually seeing. You see, I'm clicking the first three. The more the lag, the more the further I click. If it doesn't lag too much, I click the first two. If otherwise, like now it's crazy, so I click all the three, and then I don't actually have to worry. In theory, 2 times it could happen this location here, but very, very unlikely. So the idea is to spend this money as fast as possible, having as little stress as possible. It's of course a lot faster on the without lag, but I can't very well record and show you guys now, can I? So, and the idea is to share. So you see now the regeneration is being built up, but I don't particularly care which one it is, because I'm just building up experience for astrals. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So I'm well ahead. He's doing stuff from memory. See, if I stop, he's still continuing. Now, this is not ideal to do this with so much lag, because you lose possible opportunities. But anyways, let's try to do. Some of the money is already spent. There we go, 1, 2. It does get annoying over time, but some people absolutely love it, which I'm surprised about. Come on, let's get a red astral on the recording, would be awesome. All of the money is going to go into astrals. Normally for 1 million gold you want to expect something like 2000 astral experience. Although it can move around, of course, if you get. Oh, I got another will destroyer. No thank you. But I did actually wonder that I could use one. So I'm actually gonna pick it. The idea was that if I decide to go with to try out a critical build, I could fit this will destroyer into one of these, and I'm still gonna think about it, but now I don't have space, so that's a problem. I think Guardian Angel is going to have to sacrifice. I'm feeding Guardian Angel into the blue one. I can't believe it, but yes, you went off. I need space. I will be thinking about it because the issue is you want to have all these different astrals. On the other hand, it's just ridiculously expensive to have everything leveled up. So in the ideal world, you want to have high level all kinds of astrals so that you can switch around and use the one which is the most beneficial one. for you for that particular time. But it's really expensive, like really a lot. But on the other hand, you see, it's roughly like say a certain level astral. You can have that level or two astrals one level below, roughly speaking, very roughly speaking. And I'm now going under the assumption that having two one level lower is better than having one level higher. To give you an example, like say Will Destroyer. Say you have a choice to have it level 7, or you can have a level 6 Will Destroyer and a level 6 critical. So then you can, having 2 gives you the ability to adapt. You would earn more money with critical from the world boss, but you would also be able to compete in player versus player fights with a Will Destroyer. But on the other hand, if you would invest everything into one, well then you'd have the level 7 in this example, and so you would be stronger than the guy who has level 6. So it's a give and take. But on the other hand, the guy who has level 6, because he also has the critical, he would be earning more than you from the world boss, and it's really all a relatively complex web. And I feel like, I know for sure, there are now 3 completely different builds that are required in the game. For world boss, the most money is made by the critical build, so archers win by default. Archers are generally unfairly the strongest class in the game already a long time. They're not being nerfed or adjusted at all, and anyhow, even if they were adjusted now, it would be too late. One huge benefit that people don't talk about or don't understand with archers is archers can use the same build in all cases. It's so simple. You just have a critical build basically, and you use that in PvP, and you use that against against the world boss. So, and you use that in the class wars. So the same build. So, and you don't have to stress about it. Now take knights for example. Now what am I confronted about is I need more income. So I need to have. That's why I have the critical build. I make a lot more income than anybody who has a Will Destroyer. And so that's how the world boss is built. The chance of criticals is increased with the world boss. And so that's why I have the critical build. But I also then need to have a Will Destroyer for PvP. I've tried the critical build in PvP, and for knights it just doesn't do it, because to go full speed and half speed doesn't work. Full speed critical means refining all your equipment critical. It means basically I have 3000 critical as a knight without the Lord Divine medallion. So that's very impressive, and if I could get the medallion, I would have close to 4000. And so that's very impressive. That's even more than some archers. And so that kind of critical level allows me to have as good of an income for a knight as it is possible. On the other hand, I need the PvP build, and the reason for that is because when you are going full speed critical with the refinements and gems critical, your defenses and your health are much lower, so you cannot really handle punches in PvP. And that's why you need the PvP build. And also the Will Destroyer allows you to overcome the high armor of some people, or a lot of people. So those 2 factors force you to have a PvP build. And then now we got class wars, and in class wars there are totally different rules. In class wars you would think it's the PvP, but no, it's not the PvP, because there you're only fighting against one class. So very simply, magic defense ASTRAL has no meaning if you're a knight in class wars. So then you got now the 3rd build. So you see, I'm already leveling up various kinds of astrals which I will be using for class wars. and that's 3 different sets of astrals to level up. It's extremely expensive, and that's why also now I was like, Jesus, which astral should I be leveling up? It's like all of them take so much time. I'm never gonna be done. And so I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna go for the most expensive one, which is my attack, because I use attack in all 3 builds. So I figure, you know what, I can't go wrong with attack. Whatever happens, I'll be using attack anyway, so I can't go wrong with it. So I decided to invest in that. I'm not getting entirely lucky, as you notice. Also with a bunch of purples, I saw one will destroyer, which was, yeah, now it's in my bag, but basically useless for the time being. And no reds, that's for sure. There's the Aegis popping up. For archers I mentioned, for knights I mentioned, for mages. So mages are also a little bit in the boat like knights. So mages definitely also make a lot more income from, everybody makes more income from world boss with a critical build. And same for mages, you would need a PvP build for the battlegrounds, which is good against all the 3 classes. And you would also need a totally different set for the class wars if you want to be dedicated to it. You know, if you want to have highest chances possible. And so knights and mages are actually in the same boat. So although they're absolutely not equal, mages are totally superior to knights. Still, for this purpose, for the 3 builds, mages are equal to knights. Archers, of course, well ahead with their only single build. And yeah, so that's also mages, in case somebody was wondering about mages. They also have to suffer the same consequences. Some people don't want to bother with switching gems and all this nonsense, and they figure, okay, I'm just gonna have one build, you know, screw it, I'm gonna invest all my money into the same astrals that I'm wearing. And that's fine if it's pleasant for you to play that way, because after all we're supposed to have fun and everything. But no, you know that then you have a significant disadvantage against people who are adapting to their environment. Goddess blessing, are you kidding me? Still, it's good for the video that I did get. Let's synthesize this. It's good for the video that I could get 2 oranges just for the video's sake, but they're absolute nonsense for me, so no go. You know, I would have so much liked to get the enshieldment. I really need the shield, but I'm telling you, 6 months I'm not getting any shield astral. So 1 click collect Goddess blessing. Of course I already have Goddess blessing, and there is no need to ever change it. It's a very nice percentage reduction on the high level. It is an astral which is fundamental, together with all the, so the Goddess blessing will be on you for regardless on which build you're doing. And so in that case, so here I have this deflection, which is maybe I will use, maybe I will feed it astral. It'll give me 21,750 if I feed it to the Holy Force, and the 2 million that I spent just now got me 4,930 experience, which is also very good, because expected was 4,200, so I got a little bit more than expected. And this one I will be feeding. The question is, of course, where? And I have various options. Now I have to choose. And also for you guys, when you're asking questions to me or to yourself or to your friends, think about it. Basically, your money is the limiting resource. So that means that you have to choose to put the money in the place which will bring you the most benefit. So that's what I have to decide, and I don't want to rush it. That's why you see I have kept as many things as I could keep. I have like one slot free, and I need to decide if I will feed the Wheel Destroyer in anticipation of Class Wars, or will I feed and Wheel Destroyer is cheaper. Oh no, sorry, it's already 6. I just made it 6, so it's more expensive, 57,600. So I have a choice to feed that one for Class Wars, for PvP. I have a choice to go for my Holy Force to make it level 6. I have also a choice to go for the physical defense at 28,800. That will be especially useful for Class Wars. I have a choice to increase my illusion to 6, but also charm relatively cheaply. I can level that up. You know, there's so many things to invest in, but even though it's cheap, you don't look at what's cheap, look at where you will get the most benefit. So that's it. I think that was long enough for an Astral guide and an Astral playthrough gameplay, clicking, advice, tips and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please do click on like and subscribe below. Very easy press of a button. Check out my blog, the link is in the description. There's like 170 plus articles now, I think, and more are being put. There are also contributors there who are contributing and putting up things themselves. Also, if you want to get balance for free, there click the link on top of the blog, get balance for free. And that's it. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.